Yo, man, what it do? It's your boy Don Rio, and we are back here today, Lola TV, man. And as you may know, we got a special guest with us. My guy Chase Mann. What's going on, bro? Shake my hand, bro.
Good to see you, brother. Good to be here.
How are you doing today, bro?
Good, man. Good. Life's good.
Okay, man. I'm going to introduce Chase Mann for y'all. This guy, he probably don't know. I've known him for a long time. I went to Brooklyn High School. We was in the same grade. Y'all weren't very good. We weren't very good at the time. Y'all destroyed us. And I remember Chase was the quarterback. All y'all did was run wishbone the whole time.
Yup.
This man right here is now a MMA fighter. And I mean, is it as legit as it gets? And if I'm not mistaken, undefeated, correct?
Undefeated, yes sir. 6-0,
bro. So look, man, we're fixing to get right into it right now, man. We're gonna dive deep. We're gonna talk about Chase Mann here. We're gonna talk about his childhood. We're gonna talk about how he found the love for fighting and how it's gotten him here today. So let's get started. Chase, man, just for the people here, the audience, man, tell them how old you are. Tell them a little bit just about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm 28 years old. I almost forget. Usually I forget how old I am. My wife has to remind me every now and then. Somebody else, I forget. I usually try to take a year off, and she's like, no, you're a year older. But, yeah, I'm 28. I've been fighting for a while now, probably 5 or 6 years. I would have been doing it a lot longer. I've always been an athlete. I've always wanted to fight. We don't have a lot of stuff like that around here.
You always even in school you wanted to fight?
Yeah, I mean, in 6th grade career orientation, my mom showed me the other day. I wrote it's like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And everybody's like, doctor, nurse, whatever. And I said on there, like word for word, it was like, I'm so nervous to know, am I going to go to the NFL or am I going to go to the UFC? I don't know which one yet. And I'm like, hey, man, we're a couple steps away, one step away from
dedication.
The UFC now, yeah.
Dedication. Now, I heard you say that we don't do that a lot around here. That is so very true. Why do you think that is?
I'll rep Arkansas until I die. I'm never going to leave this place. When I make it to the big leagues, I'm staying here. I'll make it here no matter what. But Arkansas is just MMA really is a new sport if you think about it. It is. It's a new sport. It's still evolving.
They've had to go through their
yeah, dude. Yeah. Because it was human cockfighting at first. They're putting them in a cage and they're killing each other. And man, it's boxing. Except for we can take it's a real fight. Boxing is a limited sport, combat sport, but MMA, it's a real fight.
So much emotion in it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, so much.
What do you? So I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Chase Mann's getting ready to fight. Mm-hmm. He's walked out. You're pumped. What are them emotions like?
Look, so right when they're about to announce my name and I'm walking out, or like before?
No, when they're announcing your name, you're in the ring.
Okay.
And it's fucking wartime with that individual right over there. So what is going through your mind?
So kind of like, man, am I really here? Like part of it's like, man, I'm really doing this. All right, cool. It was surreal. I've gotten more used to it and more dialed in. I'm a competitor, and I can just flip the switch.
I can tell that.
When the time comes, I'm ready to go. But I am a very anxious person, man. I've dealt with anxiety and my whole life, and that's been a big thing in this sport. It's helped me overcome because, man, it's been terrifying. You know what I mean?
Bro.
Every fight's scary.
I think I would be a little scared.
Bro, it's terrifying.
It's a manly fear. It's like,
Dude, we're fighting it's not in a street fight. If we get into it, we don't even have time to think. You just fight or flight.
Yeah.
We have 3 months to prepare for this fight, and the guy you're fighting is in the gym every single day training to knock you out. He wants to separate your consciousness from your brain. Like, he wants to hurt you. So, yeah, it's stressful. It keeps me
I can't imagine just out there dodging the hits and thinking that at the same time. I'm just like, bro, it's just so – bro, I salute you for what you're doing, man, because coming from where we come from here in Arkansas, like – you don't see a lot of that, man. Like you said, like I think you're really, you keep doing this, Chase, and in 20 years, bro, you're gonna be a fucking legend. You're gonna be the Conor McGregor of Arkansas, bro.
Thank you, bro.
You're gonna be like a real OG in this. So don't give up.
No, bro, we're too close. We're too close, man. I am too close right now.
I got a few questions from you from our post, man. I made a post. I asked a few people, and I'm gonna name them. First one is my guy Stephen Williams. He said, one MMA fighter you would want to get in the ring with.
So it's funny. My dream fight, somebody I really want to fight, and I think I might be able to make it happen. I'd love to get in there and beat up Conor McGregor. I'd love to. And I'm just saying, like, I know how it would go. I will smash him. Okay, worst thing could be, I promise.
Now, is it because you just kind of don't like him, or
I love
no?
Him. I love him. My daughter's a big fan of him. I'm a big fan of him. He's done so much for the sport. He has done so much for the sport. Like, he's a
you
legend.
can tell that he kind of carries himself like he's like that. You know, like not. Well, I was about to say Diddy. But he's like that OG of like kind of like Diddy was in the rap game.
Yes,
you know,
he is the face of the fight game. Truly, like I mean, when you think of MMA, when you say fight, you know, it's like UFC, MMA. People think Conor McGregor. You know.
So I got a question. In this MMA, is it like an honor to fight someone that you're a fan of?
I would say yes. I would say yes. And at a certain point though, if like it would be an honor if they're old, I wouldn't want to hurt them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, if they're, like, over 50 or something or 45, I don't know, then it wouldn't be – I couldn't do it. I would feel bad. But, yeah, usually it is. Now, I don't like fighting my friends. I wouldn't fight a friend unless there was a big – they tried to match me and a friend up before. And
who's that?
His name's Carlos McGee. He's a good buddy of mine and training partner. And we talked. We were going to fight for a title. And he had the belt. It was my turn. I was next in line. And he messaged me and was like, all right, man, it's all love. It looks like it's me and you. And I messaged him back. And we just, talked about how we felt.
And y'all fought?
No, we didn't.
Dude.
No, we didn't. I told him, I said, Carlos, listen. He said, how do you feel about this? What do you think? And I said, we've trained together since day one. And but he travels a lot, so we hadn't seen each other. And I said, I was like, I have no desire to get in the cage with you. I just don't. I said, I will. I said, especially if there's something you need to know on your end, if you want to figure out what would happen if we get locked in there, and if you want to know what will happen, I'm not going to keep you from that out of respect and love.
Yeah.
But I truly don't want to know. I don't care. And he was very respectful. He said, I don't either. And he said, I'll tell you what, he handed down the belt and he let me fight another guy for it. So he relinquished the belt. So shout out to Carlos, man. I love you, dude.
Wow. What's his name?
That's Carlos McGee. Carlos McGee. He's a good dude.
Carlos McGee. Shout out to you for that. Yeah. Sometimes, man, the bigger picture is important.
Yeah, dude. We had to, I mean, and a lot of people said things, you know, like,
hating
Yeah.
Hated on you.
But, I mean,
they don't.
We love. Yeah, I'm about to say that's my brother, man. When I make a connection with somebody, I don't. You never know what could happen there. If I broke his jaw, or if he broke my anything, you know, it would change our.
And none of these other they don't got to deal with it. These people they don't got to deal with it.
They think you're getting there playing a sport and going home. This ain't a sport, man. It's a lot more than that.
Yeah, man. So another question from a good homeboy of mine, Timothy Jacks. He asked, what is the biggest obstacle you face in this industry?
Biggest obstacle, I would say, probably, you kind of have to know people. A lot of it is like, you have to be an entertainer for one to grow. Like, you got to be good at fighting, but you can be really, really good at fighting, and if you don't talk or know how to talk, you're not going to get pushed. Or
man,
vice versa. Like
that's crazy though.
If you are really good at talking and you put tickets and you put seats in, you know what I'm trying to say. If you get people to come watch you fight, they'll. But
you lose or something. Yeah, you're not very good. You know,
they'll kind of boost you up. But it helps if you know people. So it's hard to keep leveling up without knowing somebody. It's a lot of like bigger gyms. That's why a lot of people move to these big gyms. Like there's a lot of gyms in like Florida on both coasts and all over. And
I never knew this.
Yeah, if you go to that gym, it's kind of like your ticket in almost. Like the coach knows so and so. You have to have. There's only a few management companies that work with the UFC too. Like they won't.
That's probably a good thing though.
Right. It can get flooded. I would imagine, and it can cause chaos. So,
dude, no, I would have never thought that marketing. Now, obviously you want to market the fight that you're going to be, fighting. So I just never thought that would be such an important role.
Me neither. I just come in here and throw down and talk a little bit on the mic, and that's it. But it's like you got to make connections. You have to put yourself out there. You have to make the right fights. A big thing, you have to build your resume. Like if like you want to take the tough fights and find out what you're made of, and you want to prove who you are, and you want to. But if you take 4 hard fights in a row and you lose all 4 of them, when the UFC is doing their scouting report and they're looking and they look at your record and it says 0-4, and they go, oh, well, he fought 4 good guys, so let's get – no, they don't do that. They look at your record, and if it's 4-0, they don't care who you fought 4-0. They're like, all right, that guy's doing something right. So you got to build your resume. You got to be smart. I'm lucky to have good mentors and good people around that have helped me, so I've been very fortunate.
Let's name one. I want to hear a good mentor right now.
Dylan Weinmiller. That's my brother, man. He's a good dude. He's really helped me a lot. He's a dog. That's his fight name. He does bare knuckle boxing now. But he's fought all over.
How can I attend one of these? Like,
they're all over. There's an event today.
I mean, I'm trying to get in the mix. I'm trying to see what the I'm just like I'll see that you're fighting somebody and then it's just over. Like, you know, where do I fucking go? I mean, like, don't you fight in Memphis or something a lot,
Memphis,
or what?
Last one was in Memphis, yeah.
So do you move around a lot with this shit?
Yeah, it's different promotions put on different events at venues, you know. And
what about the bare knuckle? That's just straight hands.
Bare knuckle, it's just boxing with hands, bare knuckles. Like,
okay.
No kicks, knees, elbows. You can clinch, which is like grab the back of the head and uppercut.
Oh, okay.
But
I'm thinking about some back street, like we finna throw hands.
Yeah, it's similar. Thinking. I mean, that's what it's just now you're just in a ring. But Eddie, who did it? Oh, Mike Perry. Mike Perry's.
Oh yeah, I know
he's
him.
The one that's doing it big right now. And Dylan actually at his last fight, he got to meet Conor McGregor was there. Eddie Alvarez, a lot of UFC, Chad Mendez. There was a bunch of.
It seems like dudes in the UFC are really like supportive as.
Yeah, because they know they know.
It's hard to get here. Y'all don't get paid a lot.
No, not on the way up, especially, bro. You have to make it.
I'm wondering how y'all make it though. Like, if you don't got a woman or something beside you that's holding them kids down and shit, I mean, obviously, it takes a lot of money to have somebody watch your kids, to handle your home life, and to do the sport and to train. Because I imagine, you gotta eat right all the time and work out. Like, do you ever get to? Okay, let's talk about Chase Mann's preparation for a fight. So your diet and your workout schedule.
Yeah. So I usually train 2 or sometimes 3 times a day.
What?
I work part time.
No, I thought you were about to say a week, bro.
No.
Oh my god. Okay, 2-3 times a day.
Yeah.
Let's start with the first workout.
All right.
What we do it?
So first workout, I'll wake up, fasted. I don't eat anything, and
that's beautiful.
I'll go run 5 miles. That's first workout. For conditioning. Then I'll probably this is on a day off. If I don't have, I work 3 days a week to pay a few bills, but so I'll go run 5 miles. I'll go home, rest for 3 or 4 hours, and I'll eat a meal, and then I'll go back and I might do a strength and conditioning session that day. I don't do near as much strength and conditioning as I used to. It's just kind of harder on my body now. I do a lot more skills. So I'll either do strength and conditioning or I'll do an hour of bag work or something. Then I'll come rest a little bit more, and then my evening session, that's where I used to do my harder sessions. I'll go, I mix it up. I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and wrestling, Muay Thai.
So so your diet.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get on the diet.
Yeah,
is that very important?
It is. Yeah, I eat really clean. In fight camp, I have to fight at 170, and so right now, fighters have a thing where we lie about our weight. We always say we're lighter than we are, but I'll be honest. I'm 200 pounds right now. I fight at 170. Whenever I'm in fight camp, I clean up. I eat. I watch everything down to the macro. I track it all.
That's crazy. So I knew that is. You got to though.
Have to, yeah, man. I get the lightest I can get is about I can get to 190, but it's hard. So I usually get to about 192, and then that final week of fight camp, I sweat it all out and I cut 22 pounds in about 3 days, and then I weigh in. I weigh in at 170, and within 8 hours, I'm back up to 192.
Is it hard for you to sleep at night for any reason at all?
Yeah. I've just always naturally, I don't sleep good. I wake up probably 6 or 7 times.
Damn, man. And I think I sleep very well.
I wish I did. My wife does. I get so jealous, bro. Like I take sleep medicine, and I lay down and I sleep for 9 hours a night, but like I wake up 7 times.
Yeah. That's. You might as well say you're not really sleeping that long, dude. That's horrible. I can tell. You seem very ready.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm ready.
Always.
Dude, I will tell you. My boy Clay was supposed to be here today. He really wanted to meet you because we both played football together and shit. And dude, I'm telling you, man, seeing the way you acted on that field years ago. I graduated in 2014.
Bro.
You was an animal, bro. You're not nice when it comes to being.
I know, that's funny. You remember that too.
You're not nice when it comes to
so
the enemy. You know,
Yeah.
I like that.
That is so funny. That's cool. Because I was a menace. And I'll turn it on in the cage too. Same thing. It's like before and after. I love you guys, and we can be friends. But just for these next 15 minutes now is all it is. You know,
it's fucking game time.
Yeah. I haven't done all the trash talk that I used to do. In football games, I used to talk a lot of trash.
Yes. I'll miss that.
Fighting is just a little bit.
You got to bring out the trash talk.
Yeah. Dude,
You're good,
I've if it comes out, it will. I've said a few things in there, but like, it's just that the cortisol stress is so high and tensions are so high. It's like, and I almost believe in karma. And I'm like, what if I do? Like, if I'm like, man, you're too slow to hit me.
I would too, bro.
Then I get hit. I'm like, I got to be careful.
I would believe in it hard right there because, like I said, the fighting is a lot different than a football game.
Yeah, dude. There's so much on the line, and anything that is on my side, dude. I have a few things that I do on fight day. One of them is kind of gross, but like,
oh yes, we gotta hear this.
Listen. So before my first fight, so I'm prestigious superstitious. I'm not prestigious. I'm superstitious when it comes to fight. I'll do the same thing. I haven't ever changed my walkout song except for once, and the one time I changed it, I lost. My one and only loss as an amateur. And but anyways, before my fight, my very first fight, I forgot to brush my teeth that day. No, it's a little gross. I know it's a little gross.
So you never brush them?
No, never brush them on fight day anymore.
Man, I do the
But
same
like,
thing.
man, I want stinky breath, dude. If I get on top of dude, I'm breathing in his face. You know, like I'm gonna make sure he smells my stinky breath. That's another weapon right there.
That is crazy. That is all. So, I mean, is there something else?
I mean,
is that kind of the only thing?
That's like the biggest thing. I have a like I sleep and wake up at a certain time. I have like a few things I do with my family. Like we say a certain prayer, and
that's awesome, dude.
I wear the same underwear every fight. So that's about it.
So who is someone in the UFC that you just think you wouldn't like them personally?
Wouldn't like personally. 1 second. There's a few, but I would say let's see. Somebody that's disrespectful. Somebody that disrespects the sport. There was this one guy named Chimaev. I don't know how you say his first name. Khamzat Chimaev, who's real disrespectful. He showed up overweight once to a fight. I always thought he was cool and I liked his trash talk, but he was kind of disrespectful to the sport one time. He showed up overweight, really heavy for a fight, and then when he got on the microphone, instead of saying, sorry, I missed weight, sorry to my opponent, like he should have, he got on the microphone and said, shut the F up, blah, blah, blah. This is Chechnya, mother effers. He's from Chechnya. He's crazy. Yeah. But anyways, he just doubled down on it and was like, he's the king. He can do what he wants. He can miss weight. He's here to fight, not make weight. And I just thought, man, that's...
You don't like that?
Yeah, but I don't think I could beat him in a fight, so...
Yeah,
this dude's kind of a...
But sometimes...
he might be tough.
Them people like that, though, they're usually the ones that end up there because they're just...
This dude's a killer, man. He's beat everybody. He beat Gilbert Burns. He's beat Kamaru Usman. Like, this dude's... He's a killer, but he just... His attitude, that I don't like people that disrespect the sport, you know, because, like... We obviously should love it. I mean, we all love the sport. We're all here for the same reason. We're all here just show respect and show love, man. That's what these kids need to see coming up. They don't need to see stuff like that and think that's how I'm sure.
There's enough of that.
Yeah.
There's enough of that out here in the entertainment world and all this. Do you feel like that Arkansas has been supportive to an upcoming fighter like yourself?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm kind of so like my supporters, people that I've met and encountered with personally that I know, amazing. I have the best support system. Everybody on Facebook, all of my friends and family, I have the best support system you could ask for. It is incredible. But I do wish I would like to get a little more, which I could put myself out there more. But you know, I've never talked to like any of the local radio shows or anything. Like I've never, and I know some other guys that have. I don't know if you have to reach. I don't know how it works, but like.
I can help you with that.
You know what I mean? I just think it would be cool. Like I'm close, man. I'm almost there. I fought for a title, you know, and like I've had some big fights for some big promotions on UFC Fight Pass and stuff.
How do you know when you're there? Like what? I mean, I'm kind of. I didn't even start watching fights or anything until last year, bro.
Yeah.
How do you know when you're there? Like what? I mean, is it?
So again, you have to build your resume. Is a big thing. Like you start out fighting for local promotions for $1,000, $500,000. And you fight the guys regionally. Then you slowly build your resume, take bigger fights, you start getting paid more, and then it literally just goes. You get between like 5 and 8 fights. You know, if you do good, your management company or someone you know or a scout might come and watch you fight, and they'll reach out to you and say, hey, we want you to come fight for PFL, or we want you to come fight for UFC, or what I think I'm going to try to do this year, what I really am hoping for is to get on Dana White's Contender Series in August or September.
Bro,
I'm speaking it. I will be there in August or September. I'm not trying. That's what I'm doing.
Bro, that's awesome. What does it take to get there?
I'm calling them and telling them I'm coming. That's what I'm doing. So they're not going to say no. I'm knocking somebody out here in a few months. I don't know who yet, but I'm going to fight one more time, knock somebody out, and then I'm telling my management company I'm ready.
We got to keep the interviews going.
This year's my year, man.
I want to know. I want to be the first guy to interview you
once they get signed.
Once you get signed,
yeah, bro, I'll bring it.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
that's
what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah.
We can go show out,
bro. I'm saying we might need to go, babe. We might need to go, bro. Because like I'm telling you, I'm trying to really. I'm really all for it, bro.
Yeah,
like, you got me motivated as bro, because people in our area, it's really hard to create something of entertainment and stay with it. This is just so depressing,
and
bro.
Get supporters. You know, there's even a verse in the Bible that's like a prophet can't return to his own hometown and be a prophet because the people are like, that guy's not a prophet. Like I remember what he did, and that's kind of what I feel like. Like nobody around here's ever been real far. Like we don't really have people that have made it to like superstar level at anything. We've had a few pro athletes and stuff, but like we have the talent here, and we have so many amazing people here. We have the resources. We have everything it takes. We just gotta work together as a community and show the support and love. I mean, this is a city, dude. We're literally Jonesboro's a city. It's not a town. It's not a little town. You know, this is a city.
We could do it.
Yeah, for sure, man. At anything. We have so many amazing people here. It's that are just kind of under the radar.
I think it takes a couple people, bro. It'll take a couple people only, dude. No more than 3. As soon
as I get a platform, if I can get on a microphone, Bryce Mitchell did the same thing. As soon as he got on the microphone, he was like, anytime y'all put a mic in my face, I'm screaming Arkansas, and I'm doing the same thing, dude. I'm going to like be recruiting people come here. And also I'm recruiting people now. If there's any athletes in this area, anybody that knows how to wrestle, any football players that want to wrestle, holler at me, message me on Facebook, Chase Mann, and you can come train with us. You're more than welcome. You're not going to get hurt. It's not like you don't have to worry about your first time. A lot of people are worried they're going to hurt. For real. Come see me. We're trying to build something, man. I'm serious. What if
now, I don't want to be a fighter or nothing, but like, can I come spar with you?
Yeah, absolutely. What is it? Oh, today's Saturday. Tomorrow morning we're doing something. But really though, anytime, yes, you can. Yeah.
I mean, I would take it serious as bro. Yeah. You know, I'm trying to
everybody, dude. We train. We have kids. Last night in our class, we had I think the youngest kid there was 15-year-old, 17-year-old, all the way up to 40s and 50s. Yeah. And there's probably 20 or 30 people at all different levels. Some are like professional athletes that fight for a living, you know, and then some they've been training for literally one of the guys, he'd been training for like 2 weeks. And it's not like we all work together. Like, I can still train with that guy and get work in. It's not like I just look at him like, there's nothing he can do for me. No, I can still work with him. I'm not going to hurt him. He's, you know what I mean? If anything, honestly, sometimes the new people hurt me or hurt the more experienced guys because they're spazzy. Yeah. Because they're so much angst. This scratches from that guy last night. He almost took my eye out. I'm so glad he didn't hit my eyeball. But
that is crazy, bro.
Spazzed out and yeah.
So I heard you say Bryce Mitchell. Have you done any collaborations? Any talking with him at all ever in your career?
I've hung around him. I've trained at the same gym as him. I don't remember how many times. Probably 3 or 4 times. We've been on the same mats.
Is he a monster for real? I've never seen him fight.
Yeah, Bryce is the real deal, bro.
Yeah, I've never seen a fight with Bryce. Maybe I should go look up a YouTube video of him, but I heard he was country strong, boy.
Bro, he's a killer. Power, man. Yeah, I've trained with his so I've never rolled with Bryce. I've watched him roll, and he's a magician, literally. And
what's that mean? What are you talking about, roll? What's that?
Oh, sorry, grapple. We call it roll.
Oh yeah, okay,
grappling. Jiu-jitsu, wrestling, trying to submit each other, choke each other out. That's his specialty is jiu-jitsu. And I have trained with his coach. I have grappled with his coach. One of his coaches, Willie Mack. Shout out to Willie Mack. And man, he's a little bit older, and he was sitting on the first time we got around. I walked up to him, and I was like, I was a little bit bigger and stronger. This was a few years back. I was a little bit bigger. And I was like, I'm going to be respectful. This is an older man. I don't want to use my strength and stuff because I don't want to hurt this guy. I don't know. And boy, I found out real quick. I had to use all of my strength just to try to survive, bro. He had me twisted up and like in positions I've never been in. And I found out who he was, and I was like,
that is
never judge a book by their cover, man. You know,
never.
This girl was
especially them older guys.
You're heavy into jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, jiu-jitsu. Yeah, I'm a brown belt. Yeah, brown belt jiu-jitsu. That's my main style. Yeah, I like. Yeah, everybody's tall. You know, I'm short. I'm 5'9", I say, but I'm probably 5'8" really. But I'm 5'9". I fight at 170. So most of the guys are like, I'd say average height is 6 foot, maybe 6'1". But I've fought.
You know, what did Bryce Mitchell do to make it though?
So he went on the Ultimate
It had to be
Fighter.
kind of hard.
Yeah, especially
being from Arkansas.
Yes. There's just not a lot of big gyms. There's more MMA gyms, but really there's not. We don't have many MMA gyms. We have gyms that do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, gyms that do boxing, gyms that do kickboxing, but not many gyms that do it all. But Bryce went on the TV show The Ultimate Fighter, and that's Ultimate.
Wow.
You know, and The Ultimate Fighter, that's a good way to go. You know, it's a reality TV show almost. You know, you're auditioning to try to make it, but there's a lot of drama on there. Honestly, the reason I'm saying this, like this way, is they casted this year for my weight division, and I typed out my application, and I am 100% confident if I would have sent it in, I would have been on the show. But I thought about it, and I thought, man, I don't want to go spend 2 or 3 months in these dorm rooms with these guys. And, like, I'm going to be the grown man. I'm going to feel like I'm in there with a bunch of kids. A lot of them drink, and I want to be with my wife and kid. You know, I want to be home with my family. Dude. But anyways, it was a really tough decision to make. Like, I really battled with, like, every day, should I do this? Should I not? Like, should I send this resume in? Like, should I try? But there's so many different ways to get there now, like to the UFC. You know, there's more opportunities. There's more promotions, social media.
I would hate to do that. Yeah. I would hate to have to go to. I mean, I'm just not good away from home, man.
Yeah, and then the camera's in your face all the time, and it's like they want to see drama.
Yeah,
that's what they want. They want drama. And I mean, me being the redneck from Arkansas, like I'm sure I would have gotten to something.
Yeah, dude. Because I don't know. It's just kind of like a. Yeah, I feel that. Dude.
I was thinking I'm going to get in here and it's going to feel just like being in jail or rehab again. Like, you know, just being honest. Like, that's what I thought. I was like, I'm going to feel like I'm going to have flashbacks to those old days.
So, Chase, we're kind of drawing near the end of this interview, and I have to cover this topic. I want to know, I've heard a lot about you in your younger days, man, coming up.
Yeah.
How was your childhood, bro? Like, you know, you just said rehab. Like, what? I mean, what? You know, how? Tell us how it was coming up.
It was pretty traumatizing for the most part. It was rough. You know, I laugh about it now. So whenever it's inappropriate, I laugh. I find it helps me if I laugh instead of being all serious. So, anyways, yeah, it was pretty rough. My parents were addicts for most of my childhood. Dad was in prison and Mom was strung out real bad, and they were both strung out. But Mama's sober now. Mom's doing awesome. She runs a ministry in Paragould. But
shout out to Mom.
Yeah, she was. She did good for a little bit, and really, one of the worst things that happened when I was a kid, when I was 9, I got sent to CY. I went to jail for the first time when I was 9 years old. I don't remember what I did, but I got in such big trouble at 10 that they decided to send me to this place called Lord's Ranch. And
oh man,
yeah, dude, it's a boys' home, and it was supposed to be this awesome thing. And I was there for 30 days, and in those 30 days, I got beat more times than I can count, man. I got beat by the staff, and it's all coming out now. There's a podcast I actually did with a fake name because I didn't want to talk about it back then. I'm open to talk about it now, but there's actually a podcast and they're exposing all these guys. There's a lot of bad guys that are in prison now.
I've heard nothing good about that place.
Yeah, dude.
Bro.
They were like sexually assaulting the girls. I didn't deal with any of that, but like I got beat up by a lot of the guys that work there, employees, and they made us fight every day. And anyways, that was pretty traumatizing. Yeah, that's honestly that's what.
It's kind of what started it.
That's what made me want to start fighting so much. I fought every day. It was like a little gladiator ring. You know, we would fight, and if you won, you got praised, and you got to eat better.
Oh my God!
You know, and
where was this place at?
Warm Springs, Arkansas. Man, it's cursed. It's an awful place. The owner of it, I don't know if he's. I think he's.
I just never would have.
Dude, they got raided by the FBI and stuff. Like they did some dirty stuff. It's really shady, but that was kind of what started. That messed me up a little bit. Probably. I don't know. I don't think back and think, oh, poor me. I just think back like.
Did you have a drug problem?
Did I? Yes. Yeah. Bad.
What was your drug of choice?
All of them, mixing them. You know what I mean?
know, man, it was like, hey, what day of the week is it, boy?
Yeah. All of them was big things.
Same,
but
man.
really like stuff that would numb my brain. So like Xanax and opiates. Stuff that would make me not feel those feelings. You know, my mind's always racing and stuff, and that stuff would slow it down to where I could just not feel and be numb. But yeah, it was a lot of that. I got in trouble a lot. I went to jail a lot.
When did that I guess get worse and come to an end?
Yeah, so right around 17 and 18, I actually got to graduate high school from jail. They let me leave jail, go graduate high school, but then I had to go back.
Damn, bro.
It was bad. I was on drug court when I was a minor. It got worse and worse.
See, I used to hear this about Chase Mann.
Yeah.
When after I graduated at 17, you know, like I was like, oh shit, hearing about, you know, you wasn't doing the best, but I wasn't either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like that's kind of why I had to ask.
Yeah.
Bro. It's crazy seeing you where you are now.
Yeah. Amen, dude. Both of us, bro.
Yeah. Like it's a beautiful thing, bro.
Yeah.
And so we'll get back to it. So you know, you were 17.
Yeah. 17, I started doing worse things anyways, I did some bad things, and I shouldn't laugh about that, but really though, it's
hilly. It's hilly, you mother.
Part of my past. It's part of my past, man. And that's I just did some bad things when I was 18. 18. I got my second DUI, I got what it was I got caught with a pistol, and it wasn't a felony or anything. I got caught with the pistol when I was 18, and when I went to video court, I was on video court, and the judge was like, "How do you plead guilty or not guilty?" And it was like a $500 fine, and like I think maybe 6 months probation or something. And so I pled guilty, and then next thing you know, some woman stood up inside the video courtroom and said, "Your Honor, he has a drug problem, and he has a daughter. His girlfriend is 8 weeks pregnant, and he has a drug problem." And I'm like, who is that? She's crazy. And the judge Blackman's like, "And what's your name, ma'am?" She's like, "I'm Jamie Mann. I'm his mother."
Oh my God, dude.
He said, "Chase, can you pass the drug test?" I was like, "No, sir." And he said, 365 days in county or 9 months in rehab. Boom. And so I spent a few months in jail, and then I went to rehab for about a year. I got kicked out of one and went to another.
Yeah, it's like this every time.
But yeah, that's really what done it.
How did you feel towards your mother at that moment?
Right then, I didn't even want to talk to her. I never wanted to talk to her again. You know, right then I didn't want to talk to her. I was so mad. But I mean, within a week, you know, I love my mom more than anything, and she's awesome. And within a week or so, I was like, I know what she's doing. Like,
you needed this.
She's doing this. Yeah, she's doing this for me. And I was thinking, like, you didn't have to make me, like, I could have just done like a week in jail or something.
Yeah, this got a little extreme.
A whole year is like
that.
But that's what it took, man. Once I got out of that, and my daughter was born, and that's after she was born, I pretty much made up my mind. I was like,
that's when I started seeing the new Chase Mann.
Yeah.
I've been a fan of you, bro. I've been wanting this interview. I felt awful about the incident last year and shit.
Oh, dude, I didn't even remember. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. No. It was just, you know, I was the farthest away from wanting to, you know. But man, I am more than proud of you, bro.
Thank you, bro.
I hope you achieve.
Likewise.
I hope you achieve everything.
Thank
You really
you,
deserve it, bro.
Thank
I
you.
think the people who can just fight through that adversity with addiction, I just love those people a little bit more for some reason.
Man. I mean, like, you know, when you come out of that, it's like those people hit rock bottom, and when you come out of that, like, man, I've had a loaded gun put to my head, and I when he cocked back the trigger, I saw the bullet, and I thought I was gonna die that day. And like, you know, like, I'm just saying, I've been at rock bottom before. Where he was gonna kill me for my phone, you know, and like, I've really seen some scary things and been through some real stuff. It's like fighting. It kind of helps me feel like a void too. Like, you know, it gives me something that gives me the rush. It gives me. I get to let all these emotions out. I get to train every single day, and like I said, I've been through so much bad stuff that, like, training every day and getting my nose broke or something's really not that bad. Like, getting all
especially willingly.
Yeah,
especially willingly, you know, signing up for, hey, it's all okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, I fought for my life before. Like, I fought for my life before, and, you know, like, I didn't know if I was going to make it out alive. And so getting in a cage and there's a referee in there. Like, I'm not taking anything from it. It can
scary.
Get
bloody.
It's terrifying. Yeah, like I said, I'm still scared every time I do it, but, like, I've been there.
It's sure crazy where emotions will take you in life, man.
Yeah, amen.
It was awesome talking to you today, Chase. I'm gonna shake your hand again, man.
Thank you, brother.
I'm Don Rio. This is my guy Chase, man, and this is Low Life TV.